Welcome back to another episode of the Maxed Iron Man PVM edition. Last episode, we just completed a dreaded PVM item upgrade for mid-game irons. Full crystal and a Bowfa at 408 kill count. This bow is useful almost everywhere. I can now finally play the game. The ultimate goal right now is to get an Infernal Cape. However, I still want a Diary Cape just because it's such a significant upgrade and convenience to have. And unfortunately for me, because I'm an Iron Man, the longest and most dreadful task is the one that we are currently doing. I need one full Barrows set. There are 24 Barrows items and 6 sets. The chances of getting one Barrows piece out of the 24 is roughly 1 in 15. Then I need 4 of the same set, so my odds are going to be pretty low. Thankfully, last episode, we did get a double Aram's chest on number 70, which left me 3 out of 4 Aram pieces. I just need one more piece of this set to complete this diary step, or, well, any other set that I am currently not 3 out of 4 on. Realistically, my other sets can finish first, even though they are behind. Currently sitting at 170 KC, and we just got our Carol's Coif, followed by 182 KC for the Torag's Helm. And at 200 KC, I took a small break to make more Wrath runes. Even though I have a Trident, Air Surge is stronger against the Barrows brothers because of their elemental weakness. After doing a handful of laps for 100 Wrath runes each, I kind of remembered something. I'm maxed. Why the heck am I not just spending the money I got from CG? I made my way over to the Scar Essence mine and dumped 5 million gold pieces on it for Wrath runes. Then I did a couple more Wrath rune laps for 4k runes per lap. This was much better. So now, with 16,000 Wrath runes to my name, I made my way back to Barrows and I was ready to only grind this so that we can move on to the next step. At 213 KC, I got the Dark Plate Legs, and here's how the log was currently looking. We had 3 out of 4 of Aram's and Carol's at this point, and 2 out of 4 of all other 4 sets. Surely we were bound to finish one of these sets soon, right? You would think so, but here I am at 250 KC with 5 items in my inventory since my last bank, yet still no complete sets. I have slowly been AFKing pest control on the side whenever I had the chance to, and I finally have enough points to buy full Void to finish off the Western Provinces diary. All that's left to get is this one stupid Barrows set. 270 KC coming up, and nothing. I have done 250 to 300 in one session, and I haven't had a single item in my inventory. At 327 KC, that dry streak of 77 plus chests with no items finally broke. Oh, I just got a double. There's nothing I needed though. We are still going strong, boys. 350 KC, done. Oh my god, I'm done! 366 KC in, we finished the first set that was 3 out of 4 since kill number 70. Assuming we got 17 kills per hour in this grind, this one diary step took us 21.5 hours. Longer than any other diary step by a decent margin. Thank God it's over. One final Barrows run forever, which is just to complete the diary step where I have to loot the chest while wearing a full set. And I said earlier that this was the last diary step before the cape. Well, it really wasn't, but it puts us to stage 2 in our plans. This stage should be relatively quick because all I have to do is kill the Kalphite Queen for head for the Desert Elite, and then kill each God Wars dungeon boss at least once for the Fremennik Elite. Then I'll finally be an owner of a diary cape. I already have a Kalphite task for my Kalphite Queen grind, although I have just one thing missing. You see, I already made an Amulet of Anguish with my first Zenyte, and I have not gotten my second one yet. So I'm just going to quickly kill Demonics off task, so that we can do Kalphite Queen with both an Anguish and a Torture, since we will be using both ranged and melee. The Zenyte grind is not until my 3rd step, However, I still will need 2 more after Kalphite Queen is done, so we'll come back when it's time. For now, hopefully this 1 in 300 drop doesn't take too long. Are you serious? I just started a brand new trip with thralls and I immediately got 2 Ballista Springs, both of which are 1 in 500. I just want 1 Zenyte, that's all. There's no way that just happened. I refuse to believe that was real. After that, I decided to give myself an upgrade. When training Slayer efficiently, you usually don't kill stuff with defense. Everything is either 0 defense or low defense. So it's pretty standard to only use Divine Strength potions. However, now that I'm maxed and officially a PVMer, I decided to embrace that and make some super combats. These gorillas have decent defense, so it will actually make a difference there as well. And overall, given that I am 99 Herblore, there is not really an excuse to not make super combat potions. I've gotten just about every drop now except for the Zenyte. Where is my Zenyte? I have told myself so many times during the Zenyte grind that I don't need to waste money on an Onyx to make a Fury because I'll have a Torture in no time. But I'm giving up. We just did trip after trip at Demonics and just don't seem to get the Zenyte. So goodbye Amulet of Strength and hello to our new best in slot melee amulet, Amulet of Fury. Our last Zenyte was at 420 kill count by the way. We are now at 1383, almost 1000 dry. I am so sorry I missed a recording, but I finally just got the Zenyte shard. 1478 KC was it, over 1000 kills later. I do not look forward to coming back here for the last 2 Zenytes, but I am also relieved to be done for now. Here we go, I am finally going to own a Torture. This one grind took me over 15 hours, when it really should have been a lot simpler than that. I officially have a Torture and an Anguish on an Iron Man. Time for some Kalphite Queen. What I'm hoping to receive from Kalphite Queen is Head, a 1 in 128 drop. The unique thing about this head that Kalphite Queen gives is that if you don't receive it by 256 kills, it becomes guaranteed. So I know when this grind will be over should I get bad RNG. This will be a much easier grind mentally. Kalphite Queen can definitely be a rough boss, she hits really hard. But if you do the flinching method and have thralls for extra DPS, it's really not that bad of a boss. The flinching method only works with melee, but it essentially makes it so that Kalphite Queen can never attack me, and I'll be able to do longer trips. All I have to do is attack her, and then wait a little bit longer than usual until her HP bar disappears in the top left, and then attack her and step under again. I found it pretty fun to be dancing along under her tiles here and there. Overall, a much more enjoyable grind than Demonic Gorillas. Her second phase, however, she prays melee, leaving us 2 choices. The first choice, if we had bad range gear, we can continue to do the flinching method, we will just hit significantly worse. The kills will overall be about 5 to 6 minutes, which isn't really ideal. However, since we have a Bowfa, it makes much more sense to just bow her down to the depth. Unfortunately, she does hit like a truck and there isn't really a way around it, so I'm kind of just guaranteed to use food in this part. But because the Bowfa is so strong, this method is significantly faster than continuing to flinch for longer kills. Because I have so many leftover brews from 99 Herblore, I pretty much just chug brews and Sanfuse here. I'm in this awkward position where I don't really have any cooked fish in the bank since my 99 cooking method dropped all my fish. So grinding bosses that don't use any food, or at the very least like Kalphite Queen I can efficiently brew at, this is the best case scenario for me. I just missed a recording, but 63 kill count, we got Head finally. All that's left now is to kill a couple God Wars bosses and we're done with this step. Now, once I manage to kill one of each God Wars dungeon boss, I am going to be a Diary Cape owner. I'm doing 1 kill with each boss, and when you only need 1 kill, even if you don't really understand the mechanics, as long as you have decent gear and food, for the most part, 1 kill trips are relatively easy. That was Sarah dead. I also got a chance to do my first ever Zenyte kill across all of my accounts. Bandos dead. Oh my god, my ears, dude! Having never done Armadillo before, and a quick fun fact for you guys, I very rarely play this game with sounds. But unfortunately for my ears that worked before this clip, this is how I learned that Kree will screech every single time it melees you. Now, with the final God Wars boss complete, it's time to finally claim our cape. Oh yeah, and in case you guys were wondering, all XP lamps going forward on this account will go to Herblore. I don't necessarily have an interest in getting 200 mil all right now, but just in case I ever change my mind, Herblore is the best skill to lamp on an Iron Man. The Achievement Diary Cape complete, step 2 out of 5 on our list to Inferno. Look at how many teleports this thing actually has. This will definitely be useful. I went back to Demonics and immediately got my last collection log slot, the Monkey Tail. But I'm still missing 2 more Zenytes to complete the 4 jewelry you can make with them. Looking at step number 3 on the list, it looks like we just kind of camp here until 2 more Zenytes, and I decided to make a quick executive decision. You see, I made this list wanting a mage's book since it has magic damage %, and I thought it would be good in the Inferno. I probably still want one long term. However, there is a reality that I need the defense bonuses of a Crystal Shield in the Inferno a lot more. So for the reason that I don't really want to touch MTA yet, and that I know I will not use the book inside the Inferno, I'm going to remove that part from step 3, and only really going to focus on all Zenyte jewelry. Oops. After that death, I kind of remembered something. The biggest reason I don't care enough to get a Black Demon task to do this only on task is because I'm already 99 Slayer. So mentally, the idea of just grinding this quickly and moving on to the next thing, especially because I don't need Slayer XP, is my mindset. However, I had a Kalphite task which I was saving earlier that I no longer need. And if you look at step 3 on the list, we're eventually going to need an occult, which requires a Smoke Devil task. So I'm going to start tutorial skipping for a Smoke Devil task, and if I accidentally get Black Demons during it, that gives me free Slayer Helm DPS for 200 plus kills. 226 Black Demons. This is perfect. Yo, number 3? My third Zenyte at only 1563 KC. Not even 100 since my last one. Things are finally looking good again. Unfortunately, we did not see any other Zenytes, but that is the task complete, and who knows, maybe we'll get another one. This is insanely lucky. Our Slayer Cape has a 10% chance to get back-to-back tasks, and we managed to roll it on Black Demons. Maybe the Zenyte grind will end today after all. I never really paid attention to my Slayer XP last task, but this one I realized at the end of the task that this was actually insanely good Slayer XP. A solid 34k an hour Slayer along with pretty good GP drops. Now I see why low level Irons love doing this task pre-99. Unfortunately, no Zenyte that task, but at least we are 200 kills closer to our final Zenyte drop. After some more tutorial skipping, we finally managed a 187 Smoke Devil task. Occult necklaces can drop from both normal Smoke Devils that people cannon and barrage, and the boss inside the dungeon, Thermi. Thermi, being a boss, has a better drop rate of 1 in 350 for an occult, whereas normal Smoke Devils it is 1 in 512. However, I can kill Thermi about 50 times per hour, whereas normal Smoke Devils I can kill about 800 times per hour. I decided to do some Thermi just to finish off the combat achievements for some CA points. This boss is extremely easy to finish CAs for, the main one just being to kill it 20 times. So 20 kills here, and then we'll go to normal smoke devils. The other CA task, Hazard Prevention, requires me to kill the thermonuclear smoke devil without it hitting anybody. So I just teleported to my POH for some more spec, and I will run back to guarantee the CA completion, since when I teleport right after attacking, it can't hit me. CA complete, and now only 16 more kills, and then we never do this boss again. Unfortunately, no occult necklace, but there's still hope of getting it from the normal smoke devils. Yes! We're done. Now, I'm stuck on step 3 again. I kind of need my last Zenyte in order to do Zulrah, since it will be a Ring of Suffering. So we're going to permanently be stuck at Barrows until we get it, off task as well.
Many hours later.
I am finally out of there. The kill count is absolutely disgusting. For 4 Zenytes, we had to kill 2,821 gorillas, a roughly 40 to 45 hour grind. This was well over the expected drop rate. I'm just glad that we are done with demonics forever, and I should never ever have to return there ever again. With the Ring of Suffering made, we are finally ready for a fun grind, Zulrah. Zulrah has always been one of my favorite bosses in the game, because back in the day, I used to T-bow only it on an ult to make GP to fund 200 mil all. Now, many years later, I find myself back here for a grind, and I am super happy about it. I don't have a T-bow, but I have a Bowfa and crystal armor, and because of the accuracy set bonus, and the fact that Zulrah hits cap at 50, meaning the T-bow can't hit over 50, this should be very similar kills per hour. I mentioned earlier in the video that I was in this awkward position where I don't really have any food outside of brews, and that still holds true. I am currently using my leftover 100 meats that I got from 100 contracts. However, the good news is that Zulrah has a 1 in 20 chance to drop 35 noted manta rays, and we get 2 rolls per kill, so it's basically expected to get 1 manta ray drop every 10 kills. Hopefully by the time I use all my food, I should have a decent amount of manta rays to continue going. Oh, unique number 1 done, and I originally got excited about this because I remembered a lot of newbie Ironman hyping up the Serp Helm and not needing to use anti-venoms. So I did some calculations, ready to go make my Serp Helm and enjoy the anti-drinking, anti-venom Ironman gang. And then I realized, those people are legit just lazy. Ticking off the crystal helm not only hurts my accuracy, but I even lose a max hit. It takes me legit 3 seconds to make an anti-venom, so the Serp Helm is essentially useless right now. I specifically avoided going for CAs at Zulrah because most of them you can just get by accident. At just 146k C, I rolled the CA for me to kill 3 sneaklings in the same tick, just because all 3 attacked me at once and my Suffering's recoil killed them all at the same tick. That was a little closer than we needed it to be, but easy stuff. I got an Onyx. This Onyx that I got has exactly 0 uses because I already bought all the ones that I needed, so it's just going to chill in my bank. Why do I get another message, dude? What is going on? Yo! The Magic Fang is actually a drop that I kind of forgot about wanting, but it will give me my best in slot magic weapon unless we manage to get a Tumekin's Shadow. Oh, I got a Jar of Swamp. Does that count as anything? Jar of Swamp doesn't really do anything. It's just a rare drop, but a lot of people going for collection log want it, so I guess congrats to us. And yet another Serp Helm. The good news is that these aren't completely useless since they can be turned into 20,000 Zulrah skills, which I'll need to upkeep my gear as an Iron Man. Why do I have so many Serp Visages? I'm only at 426 kill count, yet here's our log. 4 Serp Helms, 1 Magic Fang, 2 Onyxes, and 1 Jar of Swamp. The RNG here is actually insanely good, it's just not exactly where I want it to be, which is the Tanzanite Fang for the blowpipe. I got yet another Magic Fang, which can be broken down into 20,000 Zulrah scales similar to the Helm, so I can't really complain about it. 621 KC now, I just got my 3rd Magic Fang. Because Zulrah is so easy to gear for and run back to, I have been keeping up with my farm runs and farming contracts. I managed to get a Tango root from a Snapegrass patch, which I unfortunately don't have my live reaction to because it took me a few minutes to realize it, since I was reading Discord while playing here. I have been using Thralls for extra DPS at Zulrah, which has been eating my Blood Rune stack. I'm actually very low. This is why I went out of my way for a Diary Cape. I didn't know it at the time, but I just know that having the Diary Cape would be useful in the most unique scenarios. Abyss runecrafting Blood Runes with the Diary Cape is the quickest way for Blood Runes unless you do Scar Essence Mine. While I did do the Scar Essence Mine for Wrath Runes, cost-wise, knowing how fast I can craft Blood Runes, I couldn't mentally bring myself to pay 400 GP per rune when we can get 50k runecrafting XP per hour while also making 8,000 Blood Runes per hour. I'm in a PvP world, which means there's a bank chest at just about every spawn point, including Falador. The Diary Cape has a teleport to the Falador Castle guy, which is usually 1 step away from a bank in a PvP world. Then, to get to Edgeville, there is another Diary guy right next to the ditch, which we have to jump to get to the Abyss. This method makes me over 8,000 Blood Runes per hour, which means I only had to do about 2 hours and I should be set for a very long time. After I made those bloods, I made my way back to Zulrah and I was ready to stay here until I had a Tanzanite Fang. Here is 900 KC. I am able to likely get more kills per hour by extending the mage and range phases with Bowfa only. The reason I do this is because the more time I spend attacking green or blue phase, the less time I spend attacking the melee phase. The way to do this is to step back and attack Zulrah once each time it hits you. The phase will change after Zulrah hits you X amount of time. In this specific scenario, it's 5 times. If you step back, you can hit Zulrah back once each time it hits you, allowing 5 hits before it moves on. If I were to not step back and only camp 1 tile, I would only get 3 hits on Zulrah before it starts changing phases. Using this plus Thralls allowed me to comfortably hold about 26 to 30 kills per hour for the entire grind, depending on RNG and farm run breaks. We are now entering 4-digit KC territory. 1,000 Zulrah kills have been complete. KC 1047, yet another Serp Helm. Oh my god, the Fang! I actually got it. 1061 KC, we are out of there. All that's left now is the Ancient Staff upgrade from Muspah, and we can start the Inferno. The Ancient Staff upgrade is, well, an upgrade to the Ancient Staff. So here's the thing. I may have alked my Ancient Staff for GP pre-max cape, so I kind of need another one. The best way to do this is the Wildy Boss Calvarian, where it drops at a 1 in 42 rate. Since I am now a blowpipe owner as well, I also have to mine my own amethyst for darts, and because I don't have a dragon pickaxe on this account yet, I might actually stay here to grind that out. The dragon pickaxe is 1 in 358, however, while going for this, I also have a chance to get a Voidwaker piece, which would be pretty cool content. The CA tasks here are pretty much just KC, so I should be able to 0 time some free CA points here. 24 kills in, we just got our Ancient Staff. But because it is 6 AM and it's pretty quiet here with no PKers, I'm just going to keep going until I get annoyed by them. Then we'll continue about our Infernal Cape. Oh yes! That's actually so good! 62 KC and we got our goal. It's still only 8:30 AM and I have not seen a single PKer, and I am genuinely having fun at this boss, so let's just keep going. Oh, I got the blade. Nice, we're out of here. It took us 76 kills, but we basically never have to return to that boss again. And now that I'm officially 1 out of 3 Void Waker pieces, this locks us in for a future grind. But for now, let's go back to focusing on Inferno. I can run to Muspah, but it's pretty annoying and far. However, the Duke from Desert Treasure 2 drops something called the Frozen Tablet at a 1 in 25 drop rate. This can be used on the Ring of Shadows to essentially teleport you right outside of Muspah. 1 in 25 isn't that bad, so I'm going to kill some Duke until I unlock this teleport. Then we can walk into Muspah. That kill was insanely sloppy and ugly, but it was also our first kill outside of the quest. We should get better. A Virtus mask? That's not the tablet. That's already the worst piece I could have gotten. Virtus is insanely good for barraging, but the problem is, if I'm barraging, I'm going to be wearing a Slayer helm. So if this were any other piece, I'd probably be happy, but unlucky. At least we now have a new item to rot in our bank. Oh, I got the tablet. Okay, we're good. We are finally ready for the final step before Inferno, Muspah. The drop that I'm looking for here is an ancient icon, which is only a 1 in 50 drop rate. So hopefully I won't be here too long. Notice how this is yet another boss that I just used my Bowfa at. This is what I meant by when I say that this bow really just unlocks every piece of PVM content. The first kill was not clean at all, but similar to Duke, we'll learn it as we go, as this was my first time outside of the quest. Because of that frozen tablet we grinded, to bank between each kill, all I do is teleport with my Desert Amulet 4 to restore my HP and prayer, and then teleport back with my Ring of Shadows, and I'm ready for the next kill. 15 KC, the ancient icon, has been achieved. We obviously were not here long, so if you're thinking it wasn't worth it going for the teleport first, you would be wrong. Once we finish the Infernal Cape, Muspah is where we will get our Venenator bow from, so we'll definitely be coming back here at some point in the future. We have flown through every single step up to the Infernal Cape this episode. We are ready to enter and start the grind of Inferno once we mine our own amethyst darts. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. If you did, leave a like and comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you all next time, where we will hopefully have a fiery cape. Peace out.